In modern times, it's sometimes hard to believe that riots could take place concerning the way government is run. But it's not anything unique, because in Chillicothe, Ohio, it happened many years ago, back in the days of the Northwest Territory.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike Smith for Litter Media. Joining us is local historian Kevin Coleman with Intrepid Heritage Services. Kevin, the Statehood Riots, what was all of this about?
Well, it was a conflict between the way the Northwest Territory was set up, with very restrictive, less democratic government, with Arthur St. Clair as the governor with almost totalitarian power, and basically young men coming in here seeking their fortunes in the new land beyond the mountains. Mm-hmm. St. Clair was trying to follow his guidelines. He was a part of the Federalist Party of Washington and Adams, more restrictive, slower. The young guys were part of the more the Democratic Republican Party that Jefferson really led.
So there was even a nickname, I guess, given to the rioters, the Bloodhounds, I believe.
That works.
I guess that is a nickname that they wanted to take literally, but they were obviously trying to disrupt this new form of government.
Or rush St. Clair on, which in the end they were successful to the point of almost vindictiveness, firing him after the government had changed into moving towards statehood. But yes, they smelled blood and they kept going after him. And in 2 nights, the second one on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, they rioted in front of a tavern that stood at the corner of Paint and Water Street. And that was where St. Clair had his headquarters. That's where he lodged. The taverns were the hotels of the time period.
Right.
So it's not nice to look out your window and see a straw statue of yourself on fire because they were burning him in effigy.
Is there any history that shows that the tavern precipitated any of the animosity that was going on?
Quite probably. I believe Michael Baldwin was one of the leaders, and he may have drunk himself to death.
So if you didn't know about riots in Chillicothe, Ohio, stop and see this Ohio historical marker, which is right on Water Street at the entrance of Yoctangi Park, to read about the Statehood Riots. For our producer, Aaron Glandon, and for historian Kevin Coleman of Intrepid Heritage Services, I'm Mike Smith for Litter Media.